debate competition. Good morning everyone. Welcome to this exciting debate competition where knowledge, intelligence and passion collide. Today we have our four brilliant teams, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald and Diamond, ready to battle it out on three compelling topics. Before we discuss further, let me tell you what is a debate. A debate is a structured discussion where people argue for or against a specific topic. It can help to improve critical thinking, communication skills, and understanding of different perspectives.
Our first round will be Ruby against Emerald, where Ruby will argue that increasing tourism is threat to the environment and Emerald will be opposing to that.
In second round, Sapphire and Diamond will face off. Sapphire will contend that technology is not declining face-to-face communication, while Diamond will argue the opposite. Two teams will be selected in final round according to their merits. Let's begin with the first round.
Tourism can be both a threat and a boon to a destination. While it can bring economic benefit, it can also have a negative environmental and social impacts. Let's hear from the perspective of both groups.
Tourism, especially marine and coastal tourism, is one of the fastest growing areas within the world's largest industry. Yet, despite increased awareness of the economic and environmental significance of tourism, it is only in recent years scientific researches have emerged. Negative impacts from tourism occur when the level of visitor use is greater than the environment's ability to cope up with the use. Uncontrolled conventional tourism poses potential threats to many natural areas around the world. It can put enormous pressure on an area and lead to impacts such as soil erosion, increased pollution, discharge into sea, natural habitat loss, increased pressure on endangered species, and heightened vulnerability to forest fires. It often puts a strain on water resources and it can force local population to compete for the use of critical resources. Construction of ski resort accommodation and facilities frequently requires clearing forested land. Coastal wetlands are often drained and filled due to lack of more suitable sites for construction of tourism facilities and infrastructure. These activities can cause soil disturbance and erosion of the local ecosystem, even destruction in the long term. Construction activities and infrastructure development. The development of tourism facilities such as accommodation, water supplies, restaurants, and recreation facilities can involve sand mining, beach and sand erosion, soil erosion and excessive tourism. In addition, road and airport construction can lead to land degradation and loss of wildlife habitats and degradation of scenery. Ozone layer has been depleting due to tourism. Ozone depleting substance ODS such as CFS and hormones has contributed to the destruction of this layer. Refrigerator, air conditioners and aerospray cans amongst other contain ODS and are widely used in hotel and tourism industries. Emulsion from the jet are also significant source of ODS. Climate change. The Earth's surface temperature has risen suddenly in the recent years because of an increase in the so-called greenhouse gases in the atmosphere which trap heat from the sun. One of the most significant of the gases is carbon dioxide, which is generated when a fossil fuel such as coal, oil and natural gas are burned. In the long run, the accumulations of CO2 and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere can cause a global climate change.
Marine development and the breakwater can cause change in currents and coastlines. Furthermore, destruction of the building materials such as soil effect coral reefs, mangroves and hinterland forests leading to erosion and destruction of wind effect.
There are so many examples through which environment has affected the tourism. For such of that, in deforestation, Machu Picchu in UNESCO World Heritage Site is located in Peruvian Andes. To accommodation increased number of visitors, infrastructures are developed over years. This expression has led to deforestation in the region. Construction of hotels, recreation and other facilities often leads to increased sewage pollution. Water pollutes seas and lakes surrounding tourist attractions, damaging the flora and fauna. Sewage runoff causes serious damage to coral reefs because it contains lot of nutrients and it stimulates the growth of algae, which can filter feeding corals, hindering their ability to survive. Important land resources include minerals, forestry, fertile soil, forests, wetland and wildlife. Increased construction of tourism and recreational facilities has increased pressure on these resources and on scene's landscape. In mountain areas within tourists, there is a great deal of waste. Tourists on expedition have behind them luggage, oxygen cylinders and even camping equipment. Such practices degrade the environment, which all the detritus particle of the development in remote areas. Due to tourism, so many physical
Government regulation and sustainable tourism models. Tourism can be environmentally sustainable if proper regulations and policies are enforced. In India, numerous national and state level policies ensure that tourism is managed responsibly to minimize its environmental footprint. For example, the Himalayan states like Uttarakhand and Sikkim have introduced sustainable tourism policy that limit the number of tourists allowed in sensitive ecosystem, regulate waste disposal and monitor carbon footprints. Responsible trekking in areas like the Valley of Flowers ensure that tourism does not overwhelm or degrade the environment.
Nowadays, green hotels are also introduced under which a person learns some eco-friendly practices to reduce waste, conserve resources and minimize their carbon footprints. Example, rain tree hotels in Chennai. Nowadays, ecotourism is engaged. It is a form of tourism that involves traveling to natural places and learn about the places, promoting conservation, sustainability and preserving environment. Some are the examples like trekking, hiking, bird watching and many more. Government are working to improve the water quality and also government launched some programs such as NRCP, Namami Ganga Action Plan and many more. The government has ensured that waste materials are recycled instead of disposed in water source.
Tourism can raise awareness about environmental issues and the importance of biodiversity. Visitors often learn about local ecosystem, conservation efforts, and sustainable practices, which can lead to greater advocacy for environmental protection.
The development of tourist infrastructure does not have the environmental harmful. In fact, tourism-related infrastructure can be built in eco-friendly and sustainable manner, promoting energy efficiency, waste management, and water conservation. Example, the Sundarbans regions in West Bengal options to tourism. There are some acts which are made by government to prevent environment include Environmental Protection Act, the Water Act and many more, and if someone would not follow this then he or she will be punished.
Community involvement leads to environmental stewardship. Tourism often involves local communities in conservation efforts, giving them initiatives to protect their natural surroundings as it becomes a source of livelihood. Example, in Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh, local residents are deeply involved in ecotourism projects. The guest houses and homestays adopting sustainable practices such as solar heating and organic farming. This has led to a deeper connection between locals and their environment, as the tangible benefits of maintaining the pristine natural beauty of the region.
Funds from tourism can be used for habitat restoration projects such as reforestation or rehabilitation of degraded areas.
Revenue generated from increased tourism can fund conservation efforts and support local communities. Some examples of successful stories are
As you have said that how tourism helps the local people, I would like to make you see the other side of the coin. Tourism is the problem that is tourism is damaging actually the local people's habitat. Like we can see for tourism, more constructions are made and that's why forests are being cleared, depriving local people of their natural habitat and their crucial resources.
But then local people are also getting many economic benefits from their tourism.
Yeah, but they are not happy. They are happy about the forest. They are happy about the natural habitat. They like to live in the forest. Can you say that they are happy with all the houses that the government is giving them?
And their life only be dependent on forest. Don't they need any education or any other services?
Yeah, but they are still having the desire to live in the forest, and due to tourism, their natural habitats are getting cleared. So their wishes is not getting
खड़े होके
fulfilled.
बोलो उनको बोलो पीछे
But many tourism places in India are sustainable tourism places in which their natural habitat is not that much destroyed.
From their natural vegetation. Then how we can say that tourism is good for the environment and local peoples. But not only this, local peoples are also benefited with more facilities. And that is not necessary that all local peoples were not interested to live. What facilities are you talking about? Can you please explain? Yes, they are giving with new homes that they are not happy with their homes. They want to live in the forest. This is not a story of all the local people. There are some who like the changes. Yeah, as you can say some. What about all? But almost they like it now. Very few of them don't like this type of this. So what are as you can say, there are very few people liking it. So what about the others? We should also seek this as well.
The local peoples are also getting many other services such as education, hospital due to the development of the tourist places.
local people are getting funds from the tourist people, so they are also benefited by the funds they get.
Okay. And their regions are also getting developed by the tourism. There are so many hotels. Most of these stops, and also if the tourism increases, that if the water is they can't provide it with the clean water, then also tourism can provide them a good water, because tourists are the ones that are damaging the nature water body. Sorry, government act on this. Government has launched so many acts on this.
You said that the tourists are damaging the natural water bodies, but I want to say that if a tourist place is developed nearby a lake, then the government should first clean the lake and then he can develop the tourist place.
But in the government there are so many corruption is happening. Then how can people? You say that the tourism can do hill climbing and hiking. Due to hiking and other trekking, so many people are lefting their own equipments and due to their lack of abundance, so many the land is getting degraded. All people are not corrupted.
Yeah, but some are.
There are many people who work for the welfare of the society.
The tourists that are coming to tourist places, they are even giving pressure to the endangered species, and they are also leading forest fires. What can you say about that?
Can you give one example in which a tourist kill any animal?
They don't kill, but they put pressure on the animal.
But how? How he can pressurize the animal? First give me answers.
They're making their own tents. They're putting fire for the food. They're putting forest fire so that they can cook the food. By due to this fire, the whole forest get into fire. That's why.
When the food is cooked, in most of the cases, the tourist extinguishes the bonfire. So how the forest catches the fire?
Many of the cases that ever happened in whatever you say. Sorry, but we are not having any cases right now. So how can you say this? But this is a fact. How can it? But this thing is not happening. Then how can you pretend this? This thing is happening, but the thing is that we are not having any examples right now. So without any example, how can you say that this thing will happen? You don't have the proof. Thing is happening, but we are right now not having an example of these.
It's just your opinion, not a fact.
So, okay, we are putting in our next fact. It is like tourism increases, the transportation also increases, and due to this, we can say that the proportion of the greenhouse gases is increasing in our environment.
As the India is developing, there are now many electric vehicles used in tourist places.
Yeah, but still, when we know that it increases the carbon dioxide proportion in the environment, and it is harming us. It is harming the ozone layer.
People are also using petrol vehicles in the cities. So can't it harm the environment of the city?
Yeah, but I am just talking about the airways that tourists use. This thing will not happen the tourism. There are local peoples who are do this. But I'm actually asking you about the tourist thing. Like they are using the airways, and it is increasing the proportion of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. You can't blame tourist people for this. Everyone is doing this. So it's not. Tourism is if the airways are decreasing due to is increasing due to tourism, but tourist people are not actually to blame. Everyone are blaming. We can stop the local people for now, but we can stop the tourism, and it can help the environment. For such a thing, you are saying that we have to reduce tourism, we have to stop tourism. Yes, tourism gives so many revenue, so many wages to the nation. Revenue is getting due to tourism. These wages are considered in the GDP. Can you believe? The government is spending the same revenue on, cleaning the rivers and all the environmental sites that the tourists have, damaged. Like we can say the Ganga project that you have said, tourism is increasing the revenue, but if the Ganga is getting polluted, then the government has to use the same revenue to clean that, and even the revenue to clean that Ganga is more than the revenue coming from the tourism. What can you say about that?
Can you please show me the figures of revenue that the government is spending?
See, I'm not having any examples here right now, but this is the thing.
So how can you say that the government is spending more money on cleaning than it's earning?
Okay, that's not, government is not spending more money, but at least it's spending from that money.
But there is a profit to the government. But there is a overall profit to the government.
We are also paying the taxes, so not only it is to blame.
So what is the, what is the benefit?
I think we should ask the audience. So which group do you think has presented the most compelling arguments?
When the rocket is launched, like NASA or ISRO is going to launch a rocket or a satellite, okay? Understand that? It goes and the fire releases the smoke or the carbon dioxide, right? It is launched besides the sea or the ocean, and when it goes up, the pollution is mixed into the water into the sea or the ocean, and that water goes to us. So this is called as water pollution. So space exploration also creates many problems. Like water pollution is the main, and nowadays water pollution has many terms. Like it has news because of the cause of water pollution. There are deaths or the